No, that's inappropriate. That's super inappropriate. Just being like, after he has kicked his mother's brain around, just be like, you're not into sports, like football. We have watched about half of this video. In the first minute or two, or like the first minute, I didn't anticipate this. Okay. No, you know what? We'll fucking move on. We'll do this. He killed his mother and had his way with her corpse, which is brutal. Should we do this? Yeah, okay. Wait, let's skip a little bit ahead. There they go. Let's see if I'm gonna need a cold shower after this one.
I'm telling you, before I talk to you, we just need to read your rights, make sure you understand.
Alright, it's automatically generated, so fuck that shit. We're gonna do this without lyrics, subtitles, and let's see how far we get.
What's going on? Right now you're accused of murder. Understand that? Okay. Today's March 27, 2014. The time is 11:45 a.m.
Is it just me, or does American like interrogation rooms always look so cold? And is that like intentional? That they always look this, I don't know, unpleasant? Because when I wasn't interrogated. When I was questioned as a witness here in Norway in a different kind of case, that was like bright and actually kind of lovely to be in there. It was super weird.
Your full name is Kevin Jezreel Davis. Okay, and your date of birth. And Detective Ramiro Torres, Detective Richard Garcia. Okay, let's go over these rights. Make sure you understand them. First one is you have the right to remain silent. Any statement you make at all, any statement you make may be used against you at your trial. Understand that? Right initially here.
Is that the whole Miranda rights? Miranda rights. Or the Miranda warning, I guess. Oh my fucking god, I don't need a lecture of the history of the thing. I just want to know, like, you have the right to remain silent and refuse to answer questions. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult an attorney before speaking to the police and to have an attorney present during questioning now or in the future. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without an attorney present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to an attorney. Knowing and understanding these rights, as I have explained them to you, are you willing to answer my questions without blah blah blah? The language above is not required by Miranda. The police must advise the suspect that they have the right to remain silent. Anything the suspect does say can be used against them in a court of law. They have the right to an attorney present before and during the questioning, and they have the right, if they cannot afford the services of an attorney, to have one appointed. Yeah, at the public's expense. They don't have that in Norway. Like, in Norway, they can just detain you.
Okay. Number two is any statement you make may be used as evidence against you in court. Number 3, you have the right to have a lawyer present to advise you prior to entering any question.
Yeah, okay, let's skip this part.
Lawyer appointed to it. And the last one. And can you read this out loud for me?
These rights were read or explained to me before the statement. I do hereby, knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily, waive the rights listed above. No one has threatened me, forced me, or promised me anything to make this statement.
Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, you can go ahead and sign it right here.
Date it, time.
Yeah.
And about at that point, I would be like, I want my lawyer.
Today is March 27th. The time is 11:47.
Oh,
Yeah, you can put the time right here. It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Put your
Scribble on-
initials there where you scratched up.
Yeah, my mistake. I'm supposed to scribble on an official document.
Hey, no problem, Mr. Gardner. Just relax a little bit. What's the last time you?
Yeah, Kevin, can you
a day
put
or
the year right here? Just put 327 and the year 14 right there.
Language is hard,
I
yes.
don't know what year this is. This is written now. Okay. Cool. Like saying earlier, you've talked to some people, you want to get some stuff off your chest. You know, we're here to listen to you.
Why are you here? What happened?
Can you tell us what happened?
Well, has anybody gone to the house yet? Do you really?
We know what happened.
We have, but we want to hear it from you.
Or we have an idea. You're the only one that can tell us. Start at the beginning, man. What caused all this?
Well, very beginning.
I love you.
I asked my mother for permission to die, or rather kind of commit suicide, the sort of beating around the bush sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, that doesn't really matter why I wanted to kill myself.
Sure it does. Tell us.
I'm bored with life. I don't like life. I don't
Mhm.
like people. I don't like living it, basically. There's really anything depressing about it. It just is what it is. And so...
In a video game, of course.
I wrote the note. I did.
When did you write the note?
Around 6-ish, 7-ish.
Today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
That's in the afternoon or morning?
Afternoon.
Okay. And then what happened?
Well, it's born. He's born
And then...
Yeah, that's true.
Did you get upset with it?
Well, no, actually. I mulled it over. And then on a whim, actually, I turned it over, wrote a plan to kill both my mother and my sister,
Okay.
quite frankly, because that's always been a thing of mine. I'm a
Mhm.
bit of a pervert.
Yeah. Is it
Jesus, wait, what?
Wrote a plan to kill both my mother and my sister,
Okay.
quite frankly, because that's always been a thing of mine. I'm a
Mhm.
bit of a pervert.
Yeah.
Well, he's very matter of fact about this whole thing.
Is it like a fantasy thing? And
It is, actually. So, that didn't act. The best laid plans never work out, apparently, or at least the one scribbled on a piece of paper, because she had decided she was sick of this stuff, and she was going to go send me to live with my sister again. And so I kind of leapt off in a fury and just did it right then and there.
Okay. You did what?
Well,
Comments on YouTube on this, but like, yeah. Oh, for the most gruesome murder I've ever heard of. Oh God, we're 6 minutes in. It's already gotten a little bit weird, but I think we're in for it.
I tried to strangle her with a cord,
Mm-hmm.
a ripped cord from a video game console controller. That didn't work, huh?
What was this as you tried to strangle it?
She was sitting on the couch watching TV.
Okay.
That didn't work out too well. She started screaming, and so...
Yeah. Yeah, let's not go into the comments. That's gonna be some weird shit.
I went to her room,
Mhm.
opened a drawer at the very bottom to the right, I pulled out a hammer. I went back into the living room, and well, you kind of get the gist from there. And she was out pretty quickly. Kind of tried to play dead at first, but then I finished it.
So you hit her with a hammer when she was sitting in the sofa in the living room?
No, first I tried to strangle her, and that didn't work.
Right.
She grabbed the cord, so I raced back into her room,
Mm-hmm.
grabbed the hammer, came back out, and then did it.
How many
How
times?
many times did you hit with a hammer in the living room?
At least 20, but then she was still alive. I dragged her into the room, as you probably clearly saw, and then I kind of warmed my hands into her brains to kind of just
She tried to play dead. She understood what happened. Jesus, what the wait, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go back here because this is.
at least 20, but then she was still alive. I dragged her into the room, as you probably clearly saw, and then I kind of warmed my hands into her brains to kind of just cut it. She was still snoring.
Okay. So she was still alive?
She was still alive.
And you went in there and you kind of grabbed those brains?
Yeah, finished it.
Alright. Did you use a knife on her?
Actually, I was going to, but no, I didn't get to do that.
Did you, well...
I mean, Jesus.
Did you, I guess you never got to stab her with a knife?
No,
It was all with a hammer?
it was all with the hammer in my hand.
And where did you hit her with the hammer?
The head.
All in the head area?
All in the head, I believe. I may have gotten her hand because she was covering herself.
Okay.
Is this in the front or the back of the head?
And the fact that he's so candid about this whole thing just makes the whole thing even more unsettling.
Top, back, mainly. No, actually the entrance wound is around yonder somewhere here.
Okay, so this guy must have been like, what's the word? Deemed not guilty because he's mentally whatever. I can't remember the term for it. Yeah, like insane, but that's probably not what they would call it. But yeah, he must have been deemed not guilty because he's insane, and been sentenced to spend the rest of his life at a facility because this is some fucked up shit.
And then, so when you dragged her to the living room, to the bedroom, you kept on hitting her there?
Yeah, I kind of went
That's where
there.
the...
Wait, what is this? Wait, give me one sec. Oh, is that just a... Oh.
When you reached in and grabbed the brain?
Yeah, I kicked at it a bit. Then I just, that was kind of silly, but then yeah, I just decided to reach in and kind of just do it.
Mm-hmm. And then what did you do after that?
Then I had sex with her corpse.
You did? Okay. Did you come inside her?
I did, actually.
Have you ever done
Okay, so that... Alright.
before, like, had sex with her?
No, I haven't, actually.
This is just the first time?
Oh yeah, I lost my virginity to a corpse.
Okay.
What the fuck did you send me, Sana? Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna have to... Wait. There you go. New stream title.
Okay. Did you change in the bathroom? Did you?
I did. I took a bath before then. My penis really, well, that's a little personal, but yeah, I needed to clean it off, and so,
Did you come inside her? Yeah, that's not a normal question.
then I changed, yeah.
Okay. How about your sister? What's your sister's name?
Desiree Hill.
Is she okay?
She is okay, yeah.
Okay.
Where does she live?
At an apartment actually very near here. That big kind of Hispanic thing, like Spanish-looking building.
Mm-hmm.
It's an old apartment complex with a code.
Was it a fantasy of yours to kill her as well?
It
And
was.
did you write down that on your note?
Oh, I did actually, but I decided against it because, well, I'd had my fill of killing. I didn't. Seemed a little much,
Mhm.
a little too excessive. Yeah.
So after you went in and you killed her, and you made sure that she was dead by grabbing her brain, moving it around, then you took her clothes off?
A little
Or
much,
was she
yeah.
already unclothed?
I actually had to drag her by her clothes to get her in there. It was very laborious, actually.
Wait, is he still talking about his mom? Sorry, I'm having a little bit of a hard time following.
Mhm.
She's a pretty big woman, she's heavy.
Yeah.
Hey, is she your natural mother?
Yeah, okay.
Biological mother?
Yeah, actually, she is my natural mother.
Mhm.
I take after my father.
Okay.
Hey, what kind of thrill did
Yeah, you grabbed the kid's brain around a bit much. Jesus.
you get by having sex with her?
I'd always loved my mother, I guess in the wrong sort of way, but a kind of love, I guess. Maybe some rage, maybe just a little, but
As
most
in a Freudian style?
Freudian. I kind of get where you're coming from. Sure, why not? Yeah.
I think I wouldn't have it in me to be one of these police officers or detectives or whatever, just sitting there and be like, yeah, you know. I couldn't have been a part of this questioning.
Alright. Have you killed anybody else before?
I have not.
You just fantasized about it?
I just fancy, yeah.
What got you to this point? Tell us about what got you to this point. Did you hate life? You wanted to commit suicide? Oh, what did you say about when you told her you wanted in a roundabout way to commit suicide? She said no. She said yes. What did she say to you?
She said, basically I'm a grown man and what I do, she can't really stop me. She was distraught over it, of course. I mean,
Of course.
yeah, she said she'd cope with it. I mean, if you kill, and that's kind of why she wanted me to go away, why she called my sister to come pick me up, and that's kind of why I just left.
So at that point you got pissed?
Not necessarily. I just knew it was time to act now or never.
How long have you had this thoughts in your brain?
It's around my preteens, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you ever seek any kind of medical attention, psychological? Do you feel like you can cope with that?
Nope, I never really seeked help, actually. I just accepted it as a part of me. I wasn't really ashamed of it. It
Mhm.
just was what it was.
Because she did a lot of fucked up things for actually murdering her. Yeah.
What kind of? Well, let's talk about the notes that you wrote. How many notes did you write?
3.
3. There was one in the living room.
Yeah.
That one was addressed to who?
Desiree, my sister, because I knew she would. She's a good girl, but rather sensitive. I knew she would lose her head if she kind of saw that.
You remember what the note said?
Keep your head. Hurry. She might still be alive, although I highly doubt it. In parentheses,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
something along those lines. Yeah. Sincerely.
But when
or
you
whatever.
wrote the note,
I'm at a loss for words with this one. this is all kinds of fucked up.
you knew your mom.
Oh, and by the way, for everyone that is leaving my stream right now, I fucking understand that this might be a little bit too weird.
Mom was already dead.
Oh yeah, I knew it. And, you know,
So
it was
you're
kind
just
of
messing with Desiree by writing that she might still be alive.
yeah, my sick sense of humor.
Okay.
I was
With that said, please don't leave me.
pretty well off my rocker by then.
Alright. And then there's a second note in your mom's bedroom. What did that one say? Do you remember?
Oh, look, he was smiling at this one. Okay, so what does this one say?
Chase me.
Was that addressed to the police or?
Wait, what?
Do you remember?
Chase me.
Was that addressed to the police or to who?
I was in a very playful mood at the time.
Okay.
I just wanted to run. Just wanted to see how far I could get. But
Yeah. So what? Your plan was to leave town, or what? According to one of the notes that you wrote.
oh yes,
But a bus,
actually, yeah,
taking
the Greyhound bus.
Mhm.
I was gonna try to get out of the state or anything really.
Okay. But I guess something else happened. You ended up at somebody's house.
No,
What
actually.
happened?
I told you my plan was foiled because she wanted to. She talked to me. She said my sister's going to come pick me up now, like in a few minutes.
Uh-huh.
Go live with her, and that's when I said it's time to act, now or never.
I see.
I just went over to their house to use their phone, and then they wanted. I was using their phone, so I thought I.
I was not equipped for hearing. For this hearing, they need to get someone else. Hold page. Yeah. On the other hand, like, how the fuck are you supposed to actually question someone about this?
I might as well tell them when they asked me questions. I mean, they had questions. I'm using their phone.
Where was this at? Where did you end up at?
Ultimately, I ended up in the backwoods of a ditch.
Here in town or out of town?
Robstown.
In Robstown. How did you get over there?
In Corpus Christi, I biked halfway, and then I got to the train tracks, and then I ditched the bike in the thick woods, and then from the train tracks, I just walked.
To Robstown?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you came up to the, was it like the first house that you saw, or how did you go to this house to ask to use the phone?
Initially, my plan was just to run as far as I can, but then I ended up crying my eyes out in like the thick woods, like, what did I do? And I realized, you don't know what you lost till you've already lost it. And so I knew that my life wasn't going to go anywhere, not anymore. So I just kind of gave it up midway.
But what brings you here, other than your life? Is you just give up on life now, and you need to tell somebody what happened, basically, right?
I guess, yeah.
Your inside just you want to do one thing, but your inside tells you more, like your heart, right? Talking out of your heart.
Yeah. Wait, what was this?
Basically, right?
I guess, yeah.
Your inside just you want to do one thing, but your inside tells you more, like your heart, right? Talking out of your heart. You know? You feel sorry you did this to your mom?
In a way, yes, but I wouldn't take back what I did. It's strange, really. I did love her. In a way.
Has she been mean to you?
Oh, no, she's been the best mother.
Okay, so she is nothing that she did?
Oh, absolutely nothing, no.
If I was to ask you, what did she do to deserve this, what would you answer?
Absolutely nothing. I'm a terrible,
Terrible
cruel,
person.
disgusting person. Yeah, basically.
How'd you come up with the idea to kill her and have sex?
Have you ever heard of Ed Kemper? This reminds me a little bit about him. Ed Kemper. I think the co-ed killer. Yeah, it reminds me a little bit about him. But he too was very much a like very candid person. I think he's still alive too. Very much a like candid speaker. And he also like understood that none of the victims of his crimes actually deserved it, but that he was fucked up, or is. So it's sort of a weird thing that happens to the human brain whenever it gets to this point. This guy Kemper and Dahmer, if you know that they were sick, yeah. So it's kind of interesting. Man, maybe this should be like my new niche, looking at like weird, fucked up interrogation footages. Okay, let's go.
Exercise,
How did I come up with it?
yeah, was it?
It's been a developing
Just,
idea. My brain.
But you haven't gotten ideas from games or videos, or you're not into that?
Trying to pin it on the video games, boys.
Some of those,
Yeah, you know, I've been playing a lot of Jurassic World, and after playing Jurassic World, you just get these urges. You know, I know a guy in Sweden, and he's kind of weird, but he also plays a lot of Jurassic World. He's on like a corpse road kind of thing. But yeah.
dark games.
some things inspired me, but they did not necessarily plant the seed. You
Mhm.
get me? They didn't plant the seed, but they did egg me on, rather, I guess.
Is that the books you've been reading?
Not necessarily. I watched them. I recently got into watching some of
Raptor/people after a session with Jurassic World. Haven't done it yet. Yeah.
some foreign movies, creepy stuff, not necessarily mainstream horror, the kind of stuff that you keep away from.
Oh, okay. So are you into witchcraft?
Oh God, what's that? Wait, did you just ask him if he was into witchcraft? What was that movie called? Necromania movie? Yeah, Necromania. That's kind of the kind of movie that you could watch to get these ideas, I think.
Anything like that?
No. Not right. I guess it sounds kind of, strange.
I'm just interested because it's something unusual and you're here telling us about it and you appear to be a nice guy. You appear to be a good guy. You're not yelling and screaming
You
at
seem
us.
very rational.
You're very rational. You're a pretty good guy.
Yeah, but it's because his emotional part of its brain is fucked up. So it's like the rational part of the brain is like working overtime to make things work. It's the I'm not a psychologist, by the way, if you couldn't tell.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's all.
Well, despite how I ended her life, I'm kind of more fascinated by the more artistic.
Yeah, I know. Jeez.
Ways of murder, the meticulous manner, the way they cut them open, and just slice them to pieces. I mean, such care, such love, and
Where did the hammer come from that you used?
from her drawer.
Okay.
Yes,
And then after you killed her, you just left it there, the hammer?
I did.
Yeah. 'Cause we saw a hammer there next to her body. That's the one you used.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How long after he killed his mom did the police apprehend him? Maybe the sister probably alerted the police.
And there was some blood in the knife, but you said you never used it. I guess just blood just from where you grabbed it around the.
Oh, that knife. Actually, I used that to stir her brains up a little, but then that didn't
Oh my God!
really work out, so I just kind of decided to delve on it.
Did you do that in the living room or the bedroom? Because we found that it wasn't in the bedroom.
I may have started out.
So.
Yeah, actually, I used a knife.
Yes, it was a hammer from Biltema. Or from Claes Olsson.
In the living room, and then didn't I take it with me?
So her brains were already kind of coming out in the living room when you dragged her?
Yes, but she was still snoring like a baby.
Yes,
so
he stirred the brain with the knife. We have watched about half of this video. In the first minute or two, or like the first minute, I didn't anticipate this.
in the living room, and then didn't I take it with me?
So her brains were already kind of coming out in the living room when you dragged her?
Yes.
Even with this title, I did not anticipate this. Holy fuck.
But she was still snoring like a baby, and so I just kind of dragged her.
Explain to her how you grabbed her so that you wouldn't leave such a mess in the carpet.
That
Did you carry her from underneath the arms and just dragged her, or how did you drag her?
it was very sloppy, actually. I kind of just winged it. I dragged her from her shirt. I dragged her by her legs. I dragged her by any way I kind of felt. I mean,
Okay.
I don't really exert physical labor too, so I'm not a very strong person.
She's bigger than you are.
Yeah.
She's a little bigger than you are.
How many siblings do you have? Is it just you and Desiree?
I do have a half brother, actually, but I haven't seen him in a long while.
Does he live here in town or no?
He doesn't.
Okay. How about Dad? Where's Dad? He's not in the picture, your dad?
No, not really. He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Yeah, the way this video is going, I'm gonna assume that I'm down to like 4 viewers when this is all done. Scrambled brain kick to the wall. It's maybe one of the things that he has done that horror movies haven't tried yet. Yeah,
Do you have an idea what he's
like you don't see Michael Myers play football with the people he has killed.
Probably somewhere in Fort Worth, maybe.
And you lived there with your mom at the Windrush Apartments? What's apartment number there?
1707.
Which, you have your own bedroom there?
I do.
Okay. Alright. So the note where you wrote the plan that you were going to leave town and kill your mom, kill your sister, that was the one that we found it. We found it in one of the bedrooms. Not where your mom was, but the other one. That was your room?
Yeah, that was
Two-bedroom
my room
apartment?
with the big, blank,
Yeah.
floppy looking, yeah.
Okay. But your sister didn't live with you guys?
She did.
Okay.
There was a magic marker there on top of the desk.
Well, you're more fucked up than Michael Myers. There's also personality. Yeah.
Magic marker?
Like
Permanent
Like
marker.
a marker.
Permanent marker.
Okay, permanent marker, yes.
Is
Yeah.
that the one you used? It was on a little like folding paper.
Okay, I got a comment on the super inappropriate timing of my Nightbot right now. Just being like, hey, join my Discord server.
Table. Is that where you wrote your notes?
I think I just grabbed a piece of my old schoolwork and just kind of
How do you do in schoolwork, man? Going back to school, how do you do in schoolwork?
pretty mediocre. I never really could muster to even really care. I mean, I guess I excelled in English for all that was worth.
Okay. How about sports?
No, I don't like sports.
You don't like sports? Football? I know that. I know you're
No,
all football.
that's inappropriate. That's super inappropriate. Just being like, after he has kicked his mother's brain around, just be like, you're not into sports, like football, that's that's not okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
What school did you go to?
Ray High School.
Where? And you were in 10th grade?
Yeah.
Alright. You ever tell anybody else what your plans were?
That's beautiful, and thank you for reminding me. I need some nicotine in me as well. I think that was, so far, that's been my favorite part of this whole video. Has been like, you don't like football. Oh no.
That, what you wanted to do to your mom or your sister?
No, but over the years there were hints. As a younger boy, I was a lot dumber, a lot more angsty. I said things, but I guess they basically brushed it off. I guess the hints were everywhere, but they're my family. And family looks past that kind of stuff, or they try to not look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Let me ask you. At this point, what do you consider yourself? You consider yourself. I'm going to use a dirty word, okay? But I don't mean to. I don't mean to insult you.
He's gonna use a dirty word. I'm very interested in where this is going.
Okay. Do you consider you mentally disturbed? Do you consider yourself crazy? What do you consider yourself? Any of those?
I love that in a conversation where this guy is talking like very matter of fact about how he killed his mom, had sex with her corpse, kicked the brain around. This police officer or a detective feels the need to use a content warning before he's asking if the guy considers himself crazy. Just the juxtaposition of those two things.
Or you think you're okay? You just got some bad thoughts?
I'm not mentally disturbed. I mean, I'm sane. I know exactly what I did. I know that it's wrong.
I think you might be a little bit mentally disturbed, my dude.
Wrong in the traditional sense of wrong.
Hello.
It was just a fantasy you had, and you had to carry it out.
Okay, so this is in the sense that, again, maybe Ed Kemper wouldn't consider himself disturbed in that sense, in the same way that this guy does, but they definitely know that something is not as it is with other people.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Now I feel vaguely, kind of like I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do you still feel like, well, you're done with your mom, You still feel like you want to keep on killing? To keep on, with other...
Come on. The science was everywhere. Cannot mean anything else than that he was showing us his, his boner everywhere and furiously masturbated to in front of people, and they brushed it off because I cannot see any other way that this is. He's just holding up a paper of like a drawing of him murdering his mom and having sex with her corpse, and just being like, this is what I'm thinking about. I'd like show and tell in class.
Other fantasies, or how do you feel?
I came here to pay for my crime, so I guess I should continue with the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully,
Yes, definitely.
I would kill again.
Mm-hmm.
How about us? You think you want to kill us?
Oh, no, rather, men aren't my thing, actually.
Okay, dude, you can't. This. Just. Just gonna be like, do you want to murder us? And he's just gonna be like, oh no, I'm too straight to kill you guys. Age 5. Oh, murder. And everyone laughed. Yes.
Women.
Yeah,
Okay,
Do you have a girlfriend?
I don't.
You
I've
don't?
never had a girlfriend.
No.
I'll tell you what, give me your fancy of killing a woman.
Wait, what was that?
Oh,
No, wait, no, don't go down this road.
I'll tell you what, give me your fancy of killing a woman.
Give me a fantasy of killing a woman. Okay.
What would your fancy killing would be? Your ace killing, what would that be?
This is a little peculiar. I'm on camera. Okay,
I'm not surprised at what I'm going to hear, but you tell me.
maybe dressing up in a nice suit, sneaking into her house, disabling her boyfriend. I'd bring a pretty dress with me to dress her up in. I was always into strangling, but after that last blunder, I guess maybe something big and sharp would be more along my...
Is this like TOS? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to ask you guys, is this super like TOS for me to watch this? I'm actually getting a little bit concerned for my own Twitch channel right now. Holy shit.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hammers aren't really good
Not
for strangling.
I don't know, probably decapitate her, as I prefer my women dead.
I mean, at this point.
Okay.
I would dress her up, I'd stitch her up, kind of try to work the head back on, perhaps. And then I'd go to town, and it would be a night to remember.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd kind of just burn everything and run for the hills.
You mentioned that you lost your virginity to a corpse.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? What happened?
Oh, well, just last night, my mother, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so he hasn't killed more people. I guess that's good.
Not somebody else. You're talking
Yeah.
about your mom.
Yes.
Okay, so before that you had never had sex.
But it's still fucked up. Fucked to shit. Only because it's real and not Silent Hill. Yeah. This is like super weird.
Well, I guess since I'm being
Yeah.
quiet about it, I might as well tell you now. And it's on the note too, the PS part. We used to have a gray cat named Claire. Oh yeah.
No. No. Nope.
Reality is a thing of mine too.
Mhm.
Now you know. And so I strangled it. I drowned it, and then I cut it open, and you know the rest.
Mm.
Kind of get the rest.
You had sex with a cat, with a dead cat.
Yeah.
No. Nope. That's a huge nope. Nope. My God.
Ripped it open, stuck it in there. Yeah.
Okay. So I have a feeling that he is actually lying, and that's why they ask these fucked up questions. You fucked up the guy. Yeah.
You ever had sex with a live person?
No.
Well, obviously no, since he lost his virginity to. I'm not even gonna say it. My God, he managed to make it even weirder than what it was.
No.
So that your thing, having sex with a live person, that doesn't turn you on. It's dead thing, dead person, dead animals. That's what turns you on.
I don't necessarily mind. I don't have standards or morals. Body's a body, and in the end, it's a piece of meat. I guess it's harsh to say, but no, I don't necessarily mind.
How about the idea of hurting yourself? Do you have the same idea now?
Huh?
Do you have the same idea that you want to hurt yourself, commit suicide?
No, it's over for me. I'll face the music, whatever.
I'm not sure he is capable of lying. Like, I think it's just so fucked up that he's just being very candid about it. It might be lying, of course. It might be bullshit. I hope it is. I really hope it is. But
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
There's not a happy ending for me, definitely.
Well, tell me, what do you think should happen to you? What do you think your punishment should be?
Whatever the judge, the people, the jury deems fit, I can rot, I can suffer for years, or I can be given the death penalty, whatever they think.
What do you think you deserve? Killing your mom? Having sex with your mom?
like, is this question for everyone in chat? And if Tardulf is the only one willing to answer this, is this more or less fucked up than Jeffrey Dahmer?
I deserve to rot and suffer. I mean, it is what it is.
Okay, I want to give you some options here. Okay. 10 years probation, 20 years in the pen, 100 years in the pen. What do you prefer from those series?
Name them again.
Probation, 10 years. 10 years in the pen, 50 years, 100 years in the pen.
100.
The maximum. But
I suppose. I mean,
I admire your mind, man. You don't sit here and try to baby yourself to death.
came here.
Way more fucked than Dahmer, since Dahmer's actions had a twisted reason, the fear of being left alone. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Thank you, brother, man.
Anything else you want to add about what happened that's important that we should know?
Not really. I'm sure interested.
There's like 10 more minutes of this. Wait, is he? No, they're asking him for like 10 more minutes.
Other colorful details.
Have you ever heard your sister?
No, I haven't.
No.
Anybody else?
No.
You didn't know kill anybody else or anything else?
Oh, no. Yeah, that was my first.
You ever been on Blucher Street?
Hmm?
You ever been on Blucher Street?
Is he referring like
Blucher Street.
Blucher Street.
You know where Blucher Park is?
I haven't.
It's a large area of Karankawa, Tankawa.
It's down the street here in the uptown area. I had a woman that was killed back then. So.
Oh, no, not me.
Oh, okay.
And maybe
This is the first time you're saying, right, that you killed somebody?
Yeah.
A person, not an animal?
Yes.
Do you want to know what's going to happen to you now?
Oh, sure.
Okay, very simple. You're going to be booked at the county. First, you take the city facility. You're charged with murder. Then you will be transferred over to the county.
But he kind of skipped that part because he had to play fucking football, yeah.
Where, of course, you'll go to the county jail.
God, you guys are gonna be the weirdest fucking raid party whenever I send you on to the next person.
Set a bond for you and everything else, and if you can afford to get out of jail, then I mean, so be it. And if you can't, sit there until your trial. Okay? The trial, you can plead not guilty, and you can go to trial and let a jury decide if you're guilty or not, or you may be able to cut a deal with the district attorney for whatever time you want to cut a deal for. Okay? Spare the jury. You know, in a jury, of course, a jury of 12, you might have several women or several men. The thing to remember is all those people have had mothers in the past, and they may not be too proud of you.
Oh, of course. I don't expect people to think very highly of me after this.
Hey, but like I said, I admire you for your honesty. You were honest with us, and you didn't try to bullshit us. Okay, and you're like a man.
I mean, again, I don't think he has the ability to lie, because lying is something that we do to preserve ourselves. But I think that he, and again, this is just my theory, but I think that he is so, psychopathic or whatever, sociopathic maybe, that all of his. Are you seeing as recovering from? Yeah. Yes. Because like with people like Ed Kemper and I guess Jeffrey Dahmer and what was the one guy from the one of the JCS videos? They are usually so fucked up that they are not trying to preserve their own safety in any way, and lying is something that we do in order to try to do that. That is why we lie, in order to try to protect ourselves from something. So he sort of seems to lack that self-preservation part of the brain in some way. I don't know.
You came out here and took it like a man.
So around what time was it that you did this alarm yesterday?
Probably ended around 8-ish, 9-ish.
At night time? Night?
Yeah, night.
Okay. And then what time did you leave the apartment and ride off on your bike?
Maybe around 9-ish, 10-ish, late night. Late 9.
And then today is when you ended up at that house in Robstown?
Yeah.
Where would your bike be at?
Probably in the undergrowth around the train tracks, just a little east of that house. But it's really deep in. No, wait, you said my bike?
Yes.
Okay, I was talking about my other stuff. But my bike is. I was going nowhere at the time. I don't even remember the street I was on. I just kind of stuffed it in the undergrowth near the railroad.
Near the railroad on 44 or where?
No, it was kind of a residential area. I remember going down a steeper hill with my bike, and
Fuck,
I
this
just
is
ditched it. Wasn't worth much.
bothering
now.
the
That
ever-living
kind of
fuck
road
out of me.
hard to pull.
Yeah, what other stuff? That's what I'm thinking too. Like, what other stuff are you talking about, dude?
Do you know how to drive?
I don't know how to drive.
Oh, is that why you didn't take your mom's car? I think
Exactly.
your mom's car is still parked there now.
Did anything happen in your mom's car?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. If we were to take you, would you go show us where the bike's at and what?
Oh.
Could you do that?
I don't remember the street name, but I could help. Yeah.
Maybe you should recover your bike.
What kind of bike is it? What does it look like?
Why are you guys not asking him about the other stuff?
That's very dirty.
Is it like a 10-speed, like or a BMX type bike, or
6-speed.
6-speed?
Yeah.
And when you left their apartments, which way did you go?
I kind of zigzagged around like an idiot because I had no idea where I was going to go. And it was a little leisurely because, I mean, after you murder someone, after you cross that kind of line, you don't really think much about it.
Okay, so would you say you went down Highway 44 all the way down to Rockstone?
I think I did pass over. I don't. I mean, I passed by a car dealership. I don't remember, quite frankly.
You mentioned the other things. When you mentioned bikes, I thought you meant the other things. What other things are out there?
Yeah, there we go.
Just talking about my backpack and other things.
Yes. That's what
Yeah, what other things?
I'm talking about.
And which is way down far the line, just a little east of the house I ended up at in Cal Allen. So it's Cal Allen and stuff.
By the railroad tracks?
Yeah, Corpus Christi back, but it's Cal Allen stuff. Backpack and whatnot is
Do
really.
you like audits? I think they can be interesting. This one, not gonna lie to you, this one was a weird one. Jesus Christ.
Stuck underneath the undergrowth, yeah.
And you probably to recover that, hoping we can find it. Would it be all right for you to take it down there once we find the railroad?
Oh, you want me to? Yeah, I can show you.
Okay. I'll tell you what, let us get through with the rest of the people we have here. And we can hop in the car and we'll take it down there and we'll try to recover your backpack and your bike and go from there.
Okay.
Is there anything in your backpack full of blood or anything else that you need to worry about?
I don't believe so, just some.
Let's go
Why the
Corpus
magazine
Christi. Say that like it means nothing, yeah.
in there. So.
Yeah, you said you took a shower at the house and everything, right?
Oh, I did, yeah.
So you were covered in blood?
I was covered in blood, my glasses, everything. It was a mess.
Okay, well, now we're gonna put you in another room where we're going to shut it down, and then we'll go from there. Would you care for more water or anything? It's up to you, man. I got it in the refrigerator if you want it.
I think I'm fine. I'll just finish this.
Okay.
Which is what it said earlier that day. Sorry, that was horrible. This guy seems like the worst. Oh my god. Don't worry about the firing squad, yeah. Ah, that's some great water.
Hey, thanks. You, well, a man, you came across like a man. I mean, not like somebody else. You came across like him.
Wait,
You did.
you already asked that and I already answered. Or are you asking Tardle now? Just asking everyone in chat, just like, do you like audits?
You did, and you came and said it. I admire a man like that. I work this kind of stuff all the time, and you get a lot of time, but a lot of times people all of a sudden did something, and all they want to do is lose out of it. You want to take responsibility. You're a different person.
Oh, stream broke? Did it break for everyone or just you? Well, I do, but this one was a bit on the weird side.
My life's taking a different turn. Time to change, I guess.
Why don't you come over here?
Yes.
You're handcuffed, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We need to find your sister just to make sure that she's okay. You said you didn't hurt her, right?
I did not.
We're trying to call her on the phone. We can get her. Does she go to school?
No, she doesn't go to school currently.
Oh, okay. Because we thought maybe she was at college or something. Does she work?
She works at Mesquite Bar.
Audits can be really interesting to watch, which is why I love the JCS channel that we watched earlier. But yeah, this one has
the
been.
one in Saratoga?
Yes, I do.
Not know, but probably.
And her name is Desiree.
Desiree Hill. Yeah.
How old is she?
24.
They can't find it. Yeah, I like. Yeah, sorry, we can't find your sister. It's like, oh my god.
I would not know, but probably.
And her name is Desiree.
Desiree Hill. Yeah.
How old is she?
To be fair,
24.
oh, god damn it, I don't. To be fair, I think he would have told them if he did something to her.
You know,
Because he hasn't exactly tried to lie to them.
I don't know
Yes, probably.
by heart now.
Okay, if I was to give you some numbers, would you tell me if it's right or not?
Oh, you have numbers?
I don't know if I have numbers or not, but I got a little. 459-7215. Does that sound right?
Oh, where are you getting these numbers from? It kind of sounds familiar.
Oh, I'm getting the number from the house.
And the worst spirit, yeah. Well, You're in good company.
You could try. It sounds vaguely familiar. You
Does
could
it
try.
have a 361 area code?
It does. Yeah, it has
361.
361.
So whose area code is 443?
Hmm?
443, whose area code is that?
I wouldn't know. It kind of rings a bell. Maybe something on my mother's contacts, but I wouldn't know.
Okay. So let me go get a key for this stuff. Okay. Let me get a key for this stuff.
Okay.
Is this the number you got?
The number you have?
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar, that number that you detected?
549 kind. Does it have a 361?
No, this one has the area code of 443, I think.
Yeah, it may be under her dad's name.
443 is the area code. 459.
Let me call it again.
Does
Okay,
she have a local number?
This is just a weird part
Have
of
you
the
talked to
whole.
her on the phone? When was it?
Well, I have a list of contacts, so I never bother to remember numbers by memory.
Whose phone was in the phone?
Yes, yes. Oh.
Is it yours?
Is it
A phone on the floor in the bedroom?
Oh, that should be another. In my bedroom.
No, hers.
I believe I left her phone in the living room. Was it pink?
Yeah.
Okay, then that is definitely hers, wherever it is.
Okay. Yes.
There you go. I thought it was familiar.
That's all right. It's Sergeant Garcia.
Yeah, this has been one of the fucking weirdest hearings I've ever been a witness to. One of the most fucked up stuff.
Probably sleeping since last I checked. She works late. And you remember that apartment I told you that's nearby here?
Wait, I'm gonna have to.
I forgot the name of it.
I'm gonna have to Google that name. This. Oh my god, no, no, no. I googled Kevin Davis, which is the name of the guy, and it's a hockey player that shares the name with him. Are you kidding me? That's. This is like so many levels of not okay. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so so that was interesting. That probably one of the most fucked up videos that I've ever seen on YouTube, at least. Wow. Wow.